I use this type of gluten-free breading for all kinds of things, including veggies, meats, whatever. And I even give it to my husband, who is not gluten-free, and he loves it. You have got to try it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're here, I'm Tara, and I love sharing easy but healthy recipes that you can make right in your very own kitchen. I asked you guys a couple of weeks ago what you'd like to see more of, and you guys really want more air fryer recipes. Today, we are going to make one of my absolute favorite recipes I've been enjoying. I've been making this on repeat for the past couple of months because it is that delicious. I'm gonna be using tofu, and guys, if you've never made tofu, or if you've made tofu and you haven't liked it, I have got a great hack for you that is gonna make the texture of this tofu so incredibly delicious. You guys have got to try it.
I've opened the tofu package, drained the liquid, placed it in a bag, frozen it, and thawed it in the fridge.
I'm trying to think of where I first saw this hack. It might have been Sweet Simple Vegan or maybe Nikki Vegan. I will link both of those channels in the description box below. They're two of my favorite channels to watch for plant-based inspiration. All you need to do, guys, is take your tofu and freeze it. Yes, that's right. The texture of the tofu changes completely and it becomes like these airy pockets that kind of resembles chicken. It is so incredibly delicious. You can either take the tofu package and stick it straight in the freezer, make sure it freezes completely, then take it and put it back in the refrigerator and allow it to defrost and you're good to go. Or you can take it out of the tofu package, drain out the water, put it in a Ziploc bag for the freezer and throw it in the freezer and do it the same way. Whichever way you want to do it, guys, you have got to try this hack.
The most difficult part of this recipe is that you do need to plan in advance so that you can freeze it and then thaw it in the refrigerator.
Have you already heard of this hack? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below.
So I'm draining it inside of this bowl. You do not need to do this, but I wanted to show you just how much liquid comes out and to really show you the texture of the tofu. I personally have never really been a tofu fan until I tried this hack. Another thing I love about this hack is that you do not need a tofu press. It is so easy to squeeze the water out. So I drain the water from the bowl. I'm just drying the tofu with a paper towel just a little bit more. If you're enjoying today's video, I would be so appreciative if you would give me a thumbs up. That way I'll know to make more recipes like this. So now we're gonna tear this into bite-sized pieces. I found this particular step very enjoyable. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. It does tear very easily. Alternatively, you could slice it, but this is just so much simpler and it really resembles chicken, at least in my opinion. So I made them about this size. And then we're gonna grab a bigger bowl because of course I never grab the size that I need to begin with. It's much easier once we add the flour mixture to have a bigger bowl so that we can toss it. Next, we're gonna add our flour. I'm using tapioca starch. You could also use cornstarch.
I am not gluten-free, though I do feel oftentimes I might be gluten sensitive. I've had a lot of requests for gluten-free recipes, and guys, I'm telling you, I make this recipe and recipes like this using my gluten-free flours for my husband, who is not gluten-free and loves traditional fried foods, and he loves it. You have got to try this recipe.
Then we're gonna add some salt, onion powder, and I'm gonna use my Harissa spice. I love this. You could also use chili powder, Cajun seasonings, cayenne pepper, whatever you like. And I like to add a little bit of white pepper. I feel like it really adds something special to this dish. And then literally, we're just gonna shake it up. I'm being somewhat careful as I'm shaking it up to not break the tofu, but it really is very, very easy to coat the tofu in this manner. Then we're gonna grab our air fryer basket and just place them on top of it, whatever type of air fryer that you have. This recipe will work. I like to leave just a little bit of space between them. You might have to do this in batches. And then we're gonna place it in our preheated air fryer.
We're gonna make 2 different dipping sauces. For me, when you make anything like this, it's all about the dipping sauce. I have never really been a fan of honey mustard, and then I started making this. It is so incredibly delicious. The other dipping sauce we're gonna make is more of a soy honey sesame. It is so good.
Definitely my favorite sauce at the moment. So I'm using some raw honey. You could use any type of honey that you like. I like using stone ground mustard here because I like the texture of it. Alternatively, you could also use yellow mustard. That would work just as well. And I'm doing a 1-to-1 ratio. And just keep on stirring until it becomes smooth. How easy is this sauce to make? Then we're gonna grab another bowl and make our soy sesame sauce. So of course I'm adding some soy sauce. I'm also adding some of this raw honey. The addition of the honey is not going to make the sauce too sweet, it just really balances it. And then we're going to add some garlic powder. You could use fresh if you like, a little bit of pepper, and I did add a little bit of sesame oil. I'm not sure what happened to the clip, but don't worry guys, everything will be listed out in the description box below. Now we're going to grab our sprayer.
After the tofu cooks for just a little bit, I like to take it out and spray it with a little bit of oil. I'm using avocado oil here in a sprayer that I'm filling because I find the kind that you buy and spray, they can really ruin the inside of your air fryer. If you're oil free, of course, skip this step, but I highly recommend putting just a little bit of an oil spray on there. It crisps it up and makes it so incredibly delicious.
We're just going to add a very light spray. We're only looking to crisp the tofu up a little bit. We do not want this saturated with oil. Then we're gonna stick it back in until it's the perfect doneness for you. Sometimes I flip them and sometimes I don't. This is such a quick and easy recipe to make on a busy day, to bring extra for lunch the next day. The sauces are so delicious. I can't wait to hear what you guys think.
Question of the day, what is your favorite dipping sauce for either tofu or chicken or whatever else you're dipping? What is your favorite sauce? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed today's easy, gluten-free, healthy, but delicious recipe. Let me know any other ideas you have for a future episode in the comments below. I put together a playlist of some of my favorite air fryer recipes. I'm gonna leave right here on the screen if you'd like to check those out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.